Johnny, looks like we've got a lot of new business, had a lot of things happen over the holidays, and I'll just turn it over to you with an update on what's going on.
Well, as you know, we've had HVAC issues all during winter break and then followed up to New Year's. But as you can see, we've got several companies involved in this. Train was here with us in the beginning. We had it scheduled for Train and Eva Green to do the removal and repairs for one third-grade classroom, and when that was completed, then it leaked in another classroom, so that threw us off. Norwell, they're the ones that put the pipes back together, and then when we had the leak that we couldn't find in the HVAC, when you leave, if you want to look out the back door, you can see it's right beside the retaining wall, very close. Janet Mechanical came up here, and Jamie spent his whole Christmas break up here with us, and other people helped too. But J&F came, and they were able to get in touch with the American Leak Detection Company, which put helium in the line. We found that leak from the boiler to the 7th and 8th grade in the new gym. Both lines, the supply line and the return line, need to be replaced. There's a new product. It's called I've got it on here somewhere. High density polyethylene pipe. It's kind of like PEX that you'd use in your home, but we would like to try to schedule that during the break at spring break. The situation you have is J&F's got to make sure they can get the materials. There's a material issue right now. We need to start the process of looking at what we need to do for the 3rd and 4th grade classrooms, 3 first grade in the library, and then I would like to at least get pricing on putting a unit in the library that's more of a standalone, that's not tied in with the other systems. So if we did go down, we could use the library for 2 or 3 classrooms, or also we would have some backup there. But I guess I would like to ask for a motion for us to move forward with this. Of course, I would come back to you with the architect and what they found out. J&F is willing to come in and look through that system. Him and Mr. Gully went and spent a lot of time in there, over there. But I brought a piece of pipe. It's here. What's happening is it's rusting from the outside. And that pipe there, if you just looked at the end of it, it looks really good. But part of that pipe had to be cut out because it's leaking. And it's not that we had a huge leak there. It's just that it wouldn't allow the system to operate effectively, or at all, for that matter. So, and the leak detection company, where that leak is right at the drains off the roof. So the water running through there is probably leaked on that pipe at some point. And so it's just been a very big ordeal because we have one heat source here and one AC source. And when that goes down, we have a plan that if 3rd and 4th grade and 1st grade had to be moved, if that leaks again over there, to where we can move students. Also, we've got some availability of portable heaters, but at the time, we cannot move all of them and all the 7th and 8th grade. So we had to get something, one of those 2 areas fixed. So I guess I'm asking for permission to move forward with this. The 3rd and 4th grade will be a summer project if we can even get it this summer, just because of availability of what they will need.
I was just going to say, this is very important, for the school, to continue operating. And I know now, especially at this time, we have a lot of things going on, and trying to get supplies and trying to get labor, to get it done. So I think, we certainly need to start as soon as we can to get the process in place, because we have some opportunities coming up, especially with the spring break and summertime, to maybe get some of these things fixed. It's like any air conditioner or anything else. I don't know if you're going to always get it fixed, but at least we'll get it to a manageable state that we have some alternatives. Because this building, as we all know, is we've got the 20s section, the 50 section, which is my section, the 70s and the 2000s. So, we've got a whole lot of different things to manage, and I think it's prudent to start early and get something moving, and I would recommend we approve it. Judy, you had something you want to say?
I have a silly question. This is out there. We've had trouble with air and heat and the whole 9 yards for years and years and years through different reasons, good reasons. I mean, it just happens. That's the way the whole thing is built. And I wondered when we have added the 2000s wing and so forth, is there any way without it being $25 million to replace what we have with a more efficient heating and cooling system? Is that even feasible, possible, or out there in dreamland somewhere?
Yeah, I would say, a lot of things, and we did this, when we started building a new building, of course, we had the latest technology. As we know, technology changes every day, and I'm certain there's probably maybe some opportunities out there, new material that come up. Mr. Jarman, I'm sure, we explore that possibility, anything to make it work, and, of course, made it work for 5-10 years, and then we're back to square one. There's a new product on the market. I mean, it's constantly changing.
Well, I'll give you a rough estimate of what I was giving. A unit to take care of the library would probably be around $30,000. So the other units, which that's on the ground floor, when you go up a level, I just don't know what. And, they probably will only hold pricing for 60 days, some of these companies, if that long. So I don't care to look at that and see what the other options are, but the boilers out there, and wasn't here, but they appear to just to be about 2 or 3 years old. I don't know if Miss Karen, do you know about when they?
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what that cost was, but it could be that we could look at, and it might be cheaper not to re-plumb all of that and look at something else and to take care of that wing and progressively do that. I think we just need to look at all the options, and I'll be glad to do that.
I'm sorry, I realize that's, again, I'm talking at the barn, the cow is out of the barn, but, I've just always wondered, I know it's exorbitant, I know it's expensive, but.
Well, we don't have the money to do what, if you're talking about, we'd have to look for some funding sources there, to be able to, we're gonna move some ESSER money to hopefully cover some of this, I just don't know what it's gonna cost. And I can't even guess.
No.
Yeah, it's, technology, I'm sure somebody with technology will come up where we do it online. We just go ahead and plug it in and everything will be good. But, I think, getting on it early, because your first cost is usually your least cost. The longer you wait, the more it costs, later on. I think it's prudent to get started on it as soon as possible. And, with that, we'd entertain a motion to begin the process. Of course, with a lot of pieces of this puzzle coming together, we need to, bring it back, of course, as far as funding and other things. But I think we as a board need to look at starting the process. We'd entertain a motion to.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. Okay.